Listen, people, I am in New York City, and I am just so pleased with the conversation that have led me to hit record right here, right now. I am sitting here with a wonderful guest that I didn't even know was a guest. But this is Theo. Theo is from Albania. And Albania borders, let me see if I can remember. Albania borders Italy,
Yes.
okay, Greece, and then a small piece of Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia.
Okay, I got it right.
Yes.
Okay.
Very right.
So this is Theo. And we're just sitting here outside of our hotel in New York City. And God connected us. God connected us in a way that is so inspiring for me that I decided to hit record for Rumor Has It, because this man has a story that has touched my soul in more ways than I could even imagine. So Theo and I had to push our chairs real close so we can get into this frame to bring to you all his story. And we're not going to make it long, but rumor has it that Theo has a story to tell about his life and his story of becoming a U.S. citizen from the country of Albania. And his story is so touching in more ways than one. And I done talked to Theo for over an hour before I decided to hit record. But I said, I'm going to interview you, but the story got so good, I thought we should share it. So sit back and relax. Sit back and relax. And let's get with our question. So tell us a little bit about who you are and where you come from, and how did you end up in the United States?
Okay, and I was born in Albania, 1958, and the time after 2 years, my father escaped from Albania. It was like communist time, he escaped and came in America.
So he said he was born in 58. In 1960, his father skipped
Yep.
the border from Albania. So he fled Albania to come to the United States, the land of the free.
Yep.
And he was looking for a better life. And at the time, you were 2 years old.
Exactly right.
Okay, so you were 2 years old, and your dad came to the U.S. What was his connection to the United States? I know he skipped, right, and he illegally entered, but who did he know in the United States, and how was he able to settle in the United States?
Because he has a brother here.
He had a brother here.
Which was about, I'm not sure, but 20 years before he came here. And
20 years before 1960, so we're talking about in the 1940s.
Maybe 40s or 30s some.
30s or 40s. Hello.
30s, between 30s, 40s. I can say because Second War started about 39, I think.
World War II.
Yes.
1939.
Maybe my uncle will be here about 37, 38, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
2 or 3 years before. And he doesn't have a chance to come back home, and he's stuck here, Because,
and are we talking about dead, or are we talking about uncle being stuck here?
Yeah, stuck here, yeah.
Okay, so they skipped the line to become United States citizens. And how was they able to make a life for themselves? What business were they in?
Oh, my uncle just started a restaurant.
Restaurant business?
Yes.
And just for the viewers, just so that they can have a reference, speaking about the restaurant business, what type of cuisine would that be?
There was Greek cuisine, Italian Greek cuisine, like Mediterranean cuisine,
Italian, we love us some Alfredo people. Mediterranean, we talk about the Euros, gyros for us black folk.
Yes, exactly.
Right, with that good old tzatziki sauce.
Yeah.
And then also, you said Italian, Mediterranean. And Mediterranean. So Italian is our Alfredo that we love, and then Greek is our gyros. And what is it? How do you pronounce it? Gyros, right? That's the Greek part of things, and then Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Mediterranean.
Yeah.
I love it with all of the good rice and all of that good stuff, right?
Yes.
I'm getting hungry thinking about this stuff, y'all. Okay, but listen, okay, so your family has your father and your uncle your uncle at first and then your father eventually, so they set up shop here in the United States. Where were you all about? Where had they settled? What town? What state?
In Washington D.C.
In Washington D.C.
They have a restaurant in Pennsylvania Avenue.
On Pennsylvania, y'all
about 1 block from White House.
About 1 block from White House. Y'all know 1600 Pennsylvania Boulevard.
Yes.
Y'all was over there clowning,
yes,
Theo.
They're still there. Restaurant.
The restaurant's still there?
Yeah,
does your family still own it? No. But okay, so we ain't gonna plug them. We gonna plug y'all. What was the name of the restaurant back then when your family owned it?
You
don't recall?
I don't recall.
Okay, that's fine.
But I can recall the place in Ocean City. It's like one.
Ocean City what?
Ocean City, Maryland.
Ocean City, Maryland. Okay, cool. So we done talked about Ocean City, Maryland. Yep, we doing all this because this is one take. Ocean City, Maryland, and then that's finally where your father kind of settled. So we're talking about 1960. You were 2 years old. Your dad fled. Your dad came to the U.S. and back home was his family, your mom and his children. Right? How many children?
We have 3 brothers and sisters.
3 brothers and 1 sister?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dad has come to the United States to find a new way for his family.
Yep.
4 children and a wife. Okay. When did you come to the United States?
I came 1992.
1992.
Yeah. After the communism fell, the border opened, and I escaped. Not escaped, but I left from Albania with my wife and my son.
Okay, so you left from Albania in 92 with your wife and your son.
Yeah.
Now, did you come legally? Did you skip the line or tell us a little bit?
No, I didn't skip the line. I just go from Albania to Greece, and I called my father. My father came and make me a refugee, economic refugee, to bring here because my father time have good money and all kind of stuff.
Look at Daddy paving waves, and that
Yes.
that's what fathers do, honey.
Yeah.
They open up doors for their children. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I remember the time he paid about the time, and remember because we are 17 people that came here
at one time,
at one time.
17 people came at one time in 1992.
Yes.
Talk about coming for your people. That's big.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because all he left 4 children. And all are married. The whole families came. They're 17 altogether.
No man left behind. Y'all hear this?
Yeah.
No man. Okay. So, you know what is tugging on me right now? What occurred? You talked about 1960 from the time your dad got here to 1992 when the time you got here. But during that time we had civil rights movements going on.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier, unfortunately, the assassination of
President
Kennedy, right?
Yeah.
Your father was able to live through those tough American times
right,
as an illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you came, let's fast forward. So when you came in 1992, tell us a little bit of like how was that?
The 1992 time I came here was difficult for you guys. I don't speak nothing. I don't say yes or no.
It was difficult for him because he didn't know no English.
No English.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to go. I tried to go to school nighttime.
Mm-hmm. Just wasn't working out.
To learn, but I have to working and to keep my family to feed,
You got to feed your family.
It's difficult. But,
So, what did you start to do? Like, where were you working at, and how did you kind of provide for your family? Did y'all still have a restaurant, or?
no, at the beginning I was like, because my father, after the sale, he moved from Ocean City, he went in Virginia. He invested the money over there. He bought about 40 houses.
He
For-
left from Washington, D.C., went to Virginia.
No, from Washington D.C. he bought hotel and a restaurant in Ocean City.
He bought a hotel.
And a restaurant in Ocean City, Maryland.
Oh, my goodness. That's big stuff. What year was this?
68, I think, 69.
1968, 1969.
He kept it 2 years. He sold it. He get a lot of money and go back to Virginia, Luray, Virginia, a small village. He bought 40 houses.
40
For sale.
houses. And this was in the 60s.
69, 70.
And then, right, leading into your transition to come here.
Yes. And then I came 20 years later, actually, because he bought about 70. He gave those houses. This is the time we came to stay to them, the house what he had. He offered us the house to stay.
And so he had a house for you guys to stay. He was
Yeah.
able to offer houses up to all of the 17
Yes,
family
yes,
members, and everybody
yes,
got a
yes,
house.
Yes. We don't pay nothing the time.
Well, let's talk about God's favor. I mean, if we just got to talk about something, we got to talk about God's favor. So, you're here. You're in Virginia.
Virginia, I stayed 4 years. After 4 years, Virginia, I said to my father, I want to start to walk with my legs.
He want to start walking with his legs. He ready to get free. Remember now, this man that came here in 1992, he speak no English, and I don't mean that with no disrespect. And his family is thriving, but he has to now come and create a life for himself, because at this point, your dad and your uncle has got to be aging. Right?
They can keep me a little like rich, but I don't want to do it. I want to do it for myself, to start from zero.
Yeah. They built the platform for you to be able to climb up.
Yes.
Eventually leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
And allowing you the platform to be able to thrive, though he was a legal migrant, but dad and uncle were illegal immigrants. And you told me something a minute ago that you tried twice to skip the line.
Yes.
And it led to what?
Put me in the jail.
They did what?
Put me in the jail.
They put the man in jail. He could see.
One time put me in jail because I tried to escape. One time put me in jail because I was talking against the government.
Well, listen. Look at the Joseph, y'all. The Joseph in the prison telling people it's gonna be all right. You know, we got to go through these trials and tribulations. We got to get clink, but we'll be okay. Still preaching the gospel.
Yeah.
Still letting people understand that I can get here. I can be okay.
Yep.
I can.
Yep.
I'll get through and I'll navigate. Okay, so I gotta fast forward to tonight. Can I fast forward to tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's fast forward to tonight. So I was sitting out in the courtyard of our hotel, and he was kind of standing around, and I was just sitting in the courtyard I wasn't by myself, I was with someone else, but he asked, can he take a seat at the table we were sitting at? And I'm like, absolutely, come on, sit down. Have a seat, sir. And the other person that I was sitting with went upstairs, and we just started to talk about, like, who I am, who he is, why I am in New York, and why he's in New York. And we discovered through our chat that I'm here for fashion business, and that I was really excited about some opportunities that I ended up getting being here on that business. But then he shared with me that he was here for a private client on some fashion stuff, and that there is a showroom and some stuff that's going to be going on tomorrow, and that he has open up the gates of sharing opportunities with me for no reason other than God putting us together. But you also said something that was really key to me that's beyond these opportunities. Because the fact that we sat together, laughed together, talked together, and shared stories together was more than enough for me. And the fact that we're in the industry of fashion together was, that puts the icing and the cherry on top. The icing on the cake and the cherry on top. But what has got me tonight, out of everything that we've shared, and we're sharing this story with you all, is the fact that Theo, don't forget Theo's name, is a person who has built a life for himself where first he was gifted really legacy and inheritance in the hotel business, in the restaurant business from his family that have been here since the 40s. Right?
Yes.
Am I on the right track?
You're right.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm on the right track.
You're right.
But he talked about his journey and his up and his peaks and his valleys on his journey of being a U.S. citizen, and how he has overcome everything. Number one, by being a believer of God, but number two, he really put an emphasis on being a giver. And I share with Theo that, I can relate to being a giver, but givers got to be careful with takers. My Lord. Because we can be taken advantage of in ways that can really be detrimental to who we are. Go ahead, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I can say I give it a lot away. I'm proud, but God bring me back.
He's proud and God keep him centered. But listen, we are live and direct, so the New York taxis that y'all hear honking is live and direct. So we're not taking that away. I was going to cancel tomorrow's show because of things that is happening, traveling and business opportunities. But I am going to air this just out of the strength of how I met someone who could talk about, and I want you to talk about a little bit about those peaks and those valleys of your entrepreneurial experiences in the fashion industry. And you don't have to get specific. We don't name names over here. We name opportunities, we name situations, we name the story that we own. We don't name people. We name it by circumstances. Okay? So tell me a little bit about what led you to here right now tonight and what you have set forth and how things have come full circle for you in your new entrepreneurial endeavors in the fashion industry.
Okay, I was for today. I was in Washington D.C. I get the stuff which I have in the car to bring it here in New York. But I left from Washington D.C. I was in Philadelphia, in the downtown Philadelphia.
Today, this man has traveled from Washington, D.C. to pick up some stuff for a client. He left there and went to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's state number 2. To pick up some stuff, and then he came to New York, in which he has to meet a very great client tomorrow.
Yep.
Right? So, tell our audience, what has kept you going in entrepreneurship where there has been some lows where you thought you couldn't climb yourself out of to keep you on the highs, that you're able to tell me the story of you going from state to state to deliver high fashions to private elite clients? How you navigate that?
Okay, because I'm a person which when I talk, I'm open mind. And I was talking to people, and I told people who I am. And offer me the connection, offer me to work, which I'm happy to do it.
Connections, offering him work, happy to do it.
Yeah. And this was like most all my life. Maybe this is the reason I was going to jail back then, because I was talking too much to people who open mind.
He was going to jail back then. People was talking too much. He was talking too much, and people were not open-minded.
And all right, and another thing which I want to mention here, 1998,
1998.
I opened the night bar in Washington D.C.
The night bar in Washington, D.C. You
The
open it
name-
up.
Yes.
Okay.
Me and Jimmy Gore, first cousin to Al Gore.
Okay.
Jimmy Gore lives today in Florida. Still my best friend to me. He's a lawyer,
He is a lawyer. You got some smart people in your corner.
you know, and we keep it for 4 years. At least I start million over there.
I think I heard him say he got his first million over there. I think that's what I heard him. Is that what I heard you say? He got his first million, y'all. This is what I'm on the pursuit of. Happiness and millions. Oh my God.
He's true.
Tell them a quick story about how we've been interacting tonight and how it's been a blessing to be in communication with each other.
I don't know, the God, I think.
God,
The God.
the God in you and the God in me.
Yeah.
Guys, I had to bring this story forth. It may not mean anything to you, and that's fine. But before I hit record on this video, we had already talked for an hour and 20 minutes, and I said, Jesus, I need to capture speaking to this man about his journey and about his history in the United States of America. So Theo, I thank you tonight. I appreciate you. And if my memory serves me correct, I'm going to be probably traveling to Albania
Yes.
to do some stuff in
Yes.
fashion
Yes.
through some of Theo's high profile. But let me tell y'all something. It ain't about no high profile nothing. It is about the opportunity to communicate
Yeah.
and to be to stand in intercession when confirmation is on the line. This man has confirmed so many things for me tonight in where I'm trying to go, in overcoming obstacles, in acknowledging that life and everything that we do is a journey. I always tell y'all that nothing we're going through is the destination. The destination is heaven after all of this. My pastor always says we are in the land of the dying. You got to do all that you can while you're here to live amongst the land of the living in paradise when we done here. I've done a lot of things tonight where I've been confirmed about being right here, right now, and where my future is headed, as well as Theo. And I always resonate in one biblical reference that sits near and dear to me, and that is, speak those things that are not as though they were. Now, where did I say I'm spending my 50th birthday at? Let me see if you remember. Now I'm quizzing you. Santorini, Greece. And for those of you who are on this journey with me, rocking and rolling, including Theo, my new Albanian bestie, 50th, June 29th. So we got 3 years. Okay. We spending it in where?
Santorini, Greece.
Santorini, Greece, on a private yacht.
Private, yeah.
Theo, I love you. I appreciate you for letting me just hit the laugh button. Roommates, remember this. Everything and anything that we endure, it is a part of the story. Tomorrow has been written by God, but we don't know our tomorrow. Our today and our yesterday is already written. But our tomorrows, what we believe our hearts and our minds desire, can also connect at the intersection of having our hearts' desires fulfilled. I love y'all. I am not going live tomorrow, but I will be posting this video. I love y'all so much. I appreciate you guys so much. See y'all next week. Love your roommates. Tell them bye, Theo.
Bye.
See y'all.